ABV positive? Don't panic. Let's briefly cover the key things you and your vet need to know about ABV and PDD. I'm George Ewell, author of Parenting. ABV is covered on page 252 of the book. Vets and owners have a lot of wrong ideas about ABV. Birds die needlessly as a consequence. Let's clear things up by starting an hour into Dr. Dahlhausen's March 2025 video. First, ABV, PDD, and ganglionaritis are distinct diseases. Second, ABV is not by itself dangerous. In fact, it is super common. A third of all birds have it. And over 90% of those who are ABV positive are never affected by it. When there are signs of ABV, it was triggered by something else. And third, these are not contagious diseases. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts like Dr. Dahlhausen. ABV is transmitted from mother through egg to chick. Its shelf life outside the body is a few hours. It has been shown not to transmit even when planted inside the nose or crop. There is only one known case of immunodeficient chicks believed to have contracted ABV after hatching. ABV hides in the nucleus of a neuron and won't come out of hiding to act alone. There is always a trigger, such as stress, hormones, or disease. ABV sheds when triggered and spreads by the bloodstream through the body. It produces proteins that the immune system attacks. This causes cellular damage and swelling that exaggerate the other disease and add irregular symptoms. When neurons are damaged, it can be a permanent condition called ganglionaritis. PDD is similar to ABV except it only transmits directly between neighboring neurons. This dramatically limits its range of effect. It often appears in X-rays as swollen organs. While PDD is most commonly associated with the GI tract and the passing of undigested food, it can occur anywhere in the body, such as the heart, causing heart failure, or the central nervous system, as with the cause of seizures or blindness. PDD cannot be detected by blood sample, but the proteins can. The AGAA is a blood test for the proteins. It is the relevant test. An AGAA score of 200 or more indicates clinical signs. If you see clinical signs, don't wait to run the test. You need to immediately and aggressively battle the proteins and the trigger. The two diseases will feed off of each other and accelerate the effects. The bird can rapidly waste and die if you wait for tests and treat it delicately. Failure to act now can result in death or permanent damage. Treat the proteins and their trigger decisively. To hit the proteins hard, administer muscle shots of Onseal. Be sure to warm the shot and deliver slowly so it isn't painful and it absorbs. The dose must be therapeutic. A half cc per kilogram body weight is a decisive dose that can even be doubled if needed. It should be given every 5 to 7 days for 8 weeks, or more frequently for smaller birds with high metabolisms. This therapy doesn't mean the body is just being helped or trained. Wasting disease is how we came to originally know about these diseases. Get emerate if there's any chance of weight loss associated with these proteins. You don't want the bird dying while you wait for shipping or another appointment or tests. Wasting is notably observed in macaws taken prematurely from their parents. Parrots, especially the greater species like macaws, cockatoos, Amazons, eclectus, and African greys, need to develop their gut flora and immune systems before being taken from their parents. It is vital that these species are weaned by their parents so their immune and digestive systems are fully developed. Imbalances in gut flora are diseases that ABV will amplify, and the bird will die slowly and painfully. Each ABV case is unique, so do not expect simple answers from any source. Our understanding of ABV has changed a lot in recent years. Don't expect your vet to be perfectly current. You're a parent, so you need to be on top of this. Bring valid sources to the vet ready to ask informed questions. In the description of this video, I will provide links to an excerpt on this from the book with all the references for this video. The book also, and a link to the lab to test for AGAA. The parenting book provides a lot of information on diet, diseases, medications, the psychology, and other care variables to minimize stress and maximize the TLC your bird needs for a happy and healthy life. There are multiple versions to fit your budget, so get yours today.